This debate has been going on for years now, probably 10, 20 years, about college athletes and how they're not getting paid to play. Now there's 460,000 D1 athletes. Those athletes are given full rides. Everything's paid for them. They still don't get money for themselves though. So 8 out of 10 of D1 athletes that go to school, only 8 out of 10 actually finish after 4 years. They get their bachelor's degree and go on with actual careers. Now the ones that leave after 3 years, some go pro. If it's basketball, they can leave after a year, they go pro there. That's if they go pro. Now they could go to college and play and have all sorts of fun, but they can get hurt. Now I know there's some insurances that are set up for them, but it's nothing set for them. So once they're hurt, sometimes they can lose their scholarships. Other times they'll just drop out of school and become bummed, basically, get normal jobs, let's say. Now, we're just going to go ahead and talk about Alabama, since they're one of the more well-known schools around. They have a really rich history in sports. Just a few years ago, they made $95 million as an organization by themselves. Now, their athletic department profited $16 million of it. So that goes and pays for all their basketball, their football, the track, everything they have athletic-wise, pay for their equipment. But the students didn't get anything. They're just students there. So they're basically employees that don't get paid. They show up, they give 110% to play, because at Alabama, if you don't give 110%, you're not playing. So they go there, they play, they're basically employees that don't get paid. So at a young age of 18 or 19, their brains aren't fully developed. Your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25. So you're not for sure on what you're thinking, theoretically. So they go in thinking they're invincible because their frontal lobe hasn't come in fully yet. So they can go in there and get hurt or think they're going to go pro. They don't go pro. So they have all these players who are getting hurt, thinking they're going to go pro. And it just doesn't help anything. They're not getting any kind of payment other than school. And a lot of them, they don't go to college for football or for school. They go to college for sports. That is their fault. But they're there basically as employees, going to school, and not getting paid to basically work. They make these coaches all sorts of money. These coaches sign $10 million a year contracts. Now, if we go talk about the NCAA, they made about $12 billion just a few years ago, $12 billion. And now that gets spread across all schools. There's a lot of D1 schools. It gets spread across. There's still a lot of money pocketed by the uppers of the NCAA. Now, 10% of that comes from TV, and the rest of it supposedly comes from ticket sales. Now, I don't know how true that really is, but these players aren't getting paid. Now, I'm not saying you can hand them a paycheck straight up. Say, hey, you play this year, you get a paycheck. You play next year, you get a paycheck. Third year, here's your last paycheck if you go pro. You go fourth year, and there's that fifth year senior option. You can do that, or when you pay them, you set up a whole tuition for them. Or basically set money aside, let it grow interest. Give them $500,000. That seems like a decent starting amount. Give them that and say, you finish your 4 years. You can finish your 4 years at any school as long as you finish your 4 years. So you give them money, they come and play. Now there is a bunch of coaches that pay the players to come play. But if we just set up a small fund for them, and they go all 4 years, they get the money. If they go 3 years, they don't get the money, but they still have the chance to come back and get the money. But they have to finish the 4 years to get the money.